This is a battery, but not just a battery, because they can do far more things. Stay tuned, I will tell you one by one. This is how big it is by placing next to 14 Pro Max. It weighs 118 grams, and what's inside is an 18650. On this side is a USB port, maximum outputting 18 watts. The other side, a PD USB port which do both output and input with 18 watts maximum. 4000 mAh battery capacity. It can charge a zero battery iPhone 13 Pro to 97%. You think the capacity is too small? This is U4 Energy Booster. The purpose of it is simple, to transform two batteries to an 8000 mAh power bank. Double the capacity with more ports. 1, 2, 3 Type A ports with 1 Type-C port. They can charge 4 devices with 18 watts at the same time, but the weight has increased to 317 grams. Heavy? You can surely take out one of them and it still works. Metal body, 480 grams. There are many other lighter and smaller ones than this, so it is not the most portable. But this battery is also his friend. Plug in, turn it on, 4 gears from 5000 RPM to 3200 RPM. 4 different heads with 8mm vibration range. Tried it on, it did help me to relax my muscle, but not strong enough. Besides, it's making quite a noise. Probably because the loose structure, it is overall crumbling and lack of precision, and I don't really like its looking, because that reminds me of my father's water cap. Moreover, it is not much different from the product on the online shop. The washing free mop. The same plug-in 2 batteries. Switch on. Oh, quite noisy. The whole thing is a vacuum mop, which can also spray. A piece of cloth underneath, there's a cap, open it up, inside is a disposable desk box. The fan rotates through 2 holes to extract air, forming negative pressure throughout the entire sealing chamber. Then the garbage will be sucked into the dustbin. Fill the water tank and add some cleanser. Spray on the place you want. This is actually a very primitive cleaning method, but it is still effective, especially for the people who's losing hair. As long as there's a roller, hair will always become a mess. And this wheel of it could perfectly solve the problem. And it's quite clean though. But it comes with many issues as well. Firstly, the strong friction. On the wooden floor, it is fine when it's watery or dry. The problem occurs when the map just gets wet, because it will be so difficult to move it. Secondly, it will take several times to clean up the dust when the floor is wet, and it's not effective enough to handle those tiny stuffs. Third, this design of dust box will be quickly filled with trashes. Besides, I don't see the HEPA filter anywhere. If there isn't one, does it mean the dust will be flying over my house and it won't be easy to clean the tube after a long time? If there is HEPA filter, it is even more terrible because you can't replace a new one. Moreover, it will be a huge work if you use this to clean your big house. So I would normally use it as a backup of a sweeping robot. Wireless portable vacuum cleaner. White plastic body with a slot open here to connect the battery. Switch it on. 2 gears of suction power with up to 10,000 power. The noise is acceptable. There's a button to dump garbage and you can fully open it for deep cleaning. It's equipped with a HEPA filter, which you can wash and replace. There are 2 heads to choose, and it somehow looks so familiar with this one. But it has a big advantage that the regular charging cleaner doesn't last a long time. On this one, I just need to change the battery, and besides, I got many of them, so I can use it whatever and however I want. In addition, put this cleaner inside your car in summer, it will be safe because you can take the battery out. Wireless electric drawer. It needs just one battery to work on the wood or metal. 10 Nm, 950 RPM for drilling, 300 RPM for screwing. Actually, the thing is, it is more useful as an electric screwdriver. See, these 3 junk chunks, they are compatible with many screwdriver heads and drill bits. Maximum climbing diameter, 10mm drill bit, clockwise, anti-clockwise. Lovely design with a bottle of water weight, and it can also provide lightning. That is so helpful when scrolling or drilling at dark. But it has no torque gear adjustment, which means if you don't release it on time, the screw might get strapped. And this handle, which is plastic, not rubber, will be very uncomfortable when my hand is sweating. What's more, the 10 Nm power is fine for scrolling but not for drilling. Overall, its functions are something very basic. However, it feels good when doing this. The B300 portable power station. Let's turn it on. I think I found its brother, the EcoFlow River Pro power station, which we also had it tested. You can click the link from my comment to watch the review video. Plug in 2 batteries. As you can see, each battery is charging by 10 watts. This B300 is basically a battery mothership. Using a bigger power station to charge a smaller power station, that's cool. Honestly speaking, it's convenient for me when I place it at home that I will never forget to charge my power bank, because there's always a home for them to stay. So whenever it's not needed, I will put them back to the power station. Every morning I wake up, I can take out one of them if I didn't charge my phone, which is so easy to do. As a portable power station, it has complete and enough ports. 2 12 watts output Type-B ports, one 100 watt USB-C port, 120 watts cigarette lighter socket. On the side, 300 watts 220 volts AC, and there's a 15 watts wireless charging panel on the top. It has everything needed, and relatively smaller capacity brings a lighter weight. Going out, it's not heavy to carry like this. If someone needs charge, just take one out. Back to the reality, are they worth buying? The battery ecosystem of Lively is actually a good idea. It's not something creative, but on the contrary, it is a classic. In the era when everybody uses the built-in battery for charging, it has upgraded the traditional forms of dry cell power supply and a mobile phone battery replacement that simply and effectively solves some uninterrupted power consumption problems. And it's so clever that the battery doesn't need to stay inside the device all the time, but you can use it as a power bank anytime. This has strongly increased its practicality, especially for low-frequency electrical appliances, like electric screwdriver, because normally the battery would get damaged if it didn't charge for a long time. But it also short by something. As a power bank, the capacity does match its price. Besides, Lively is making all those different devices by their own, so the design and quality is actually not that well. After all, they are not a specialist of it. You can prove that by comparing its device with other brands. There are still some gaps between the other manufacturers. The portable power station, for example, the supercharge and remote control is only available on higher-end version. B300 can only charge by this 100 watts input, which would take 3 hours. Although you can connect one more input to charge it, but that's normally through your car or solar panel. Besides, the wireless charging panel on the top is not really stable. It is somehow stopped charging without a reason. And I thought these 2 batteries could supply the power station, which is the other way around. But it turns out it couldn't possibly be done. Concerning the design flaws of the other appliances they made, I think Lively could provide customers with more choices with better product quality by cooperating with the other manufacturers and based on the same battery replacement concept. So overall, the Lively battery and the other appliance, TestV gives 6.5 points average as the subjective overall score. By the way, I just noticed there are some promotions going on their website. So, will you buy anything from them? Leave your comment below and don't forget to subscribe us. We would appreciate your support.